seems that when things happen, they happen in groups, so that just after Jim had agreed to do the service today, we got a call to say that the person who was regularly the scripture reader for today was ill and wouldn't come. So you have me instead. It's a family affair. Today's scripture will be familiar to most of you. It's the story of Jesus' transfiguration. But as with most of our readings, don't let the details distract you from the greater message. It's not particularly important. For example, that this story takes place on a mountaintop. If you go to Israel, your guide will probably take you to a hill and insist that this was the exact place where the transfiguration took place. He or she will probably also tell you that it is highly significant that this mound looks, from a distance, surprisingly like a woman's breast. Where it happened isn't important, nor is whether Jesus and Elijah really were resurrected to stand and talk with Jesus. The point that Mark wants to make in this story is first, that Jesus is acknowledged once again as a special revelation of God, and second, that Jesus hasn't changed or different. Rather, his three friends were able to see him in a new light, instead of seeing him just as a leader, an inspired speaker, or as a miracle-working healer. They saw the light of God flowing through him. This is actually a two-part story. I'm reading part 1 from Mark chapter 9, verses 2 to 8, in Eugene Peterson's modern translation of the Message. Jim will bring you part 2 a little later. Here's the reading. Jesus took Peter, James, and John and led them up a high mountain. His appearance changed from the inside out, right before their eyes. His clothes shimmered, glistening white, whiter than any bleach could make them. Elijah came along with Moses, came into view, a deep conversation with Jesus. Peter burst out, "Rabbi, this is a great moment. Let's build 3 altars, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." Peter blurted this out without thinking, for they were all stunned by what they were seeing. Just then, a radiant mist enveloped them, and from deep in the cloud came a voice, "This is my beloved child, listen to him." The next minute, the disciples were looking around, rubbing their eyes, seeing nothing but Jesus, only Jesus.
Mark.
May these words open us to Spirit's presence.
And may wisdom
Come to us this day.